There once was a swing set that had seen better days. Its paint was peeling, its chains were groaning, and its ropes were frayed from years of joyful screams, but it didn't mind. In fact, it wouldn't have traded its existence for anything. That's because this swing set had a front row seat to some of the most beautiful moments in a little girl. Eh. You see, this swing set was more than just a playground equipment. It was a confidant, a partner in crime, a time capsule of laughter, scraped knees, secrets whispered, and dreams held close. It was a silent observer of a life unfolding, and its story goes something like this. In the beginning, there was a girl who was as bright and curious as the sun. Every afternoon, she would come bounding into the yard, her pigtails bouncing, her laughter echoing, and the first thing she would do is run to the swing set and climb aboard. Her father would give her a gentle push, and then he'd de-sit on the other swing, and they would soar through the air together. Up and away. As the years went by, the girl grew older, but her love for the swing set never faded. She learned how to pump her legs and make herself go higher and higher. She would spin and twirl until she was dizzy, until the world was a blur of green and blue, and the swing set creaked and groaned, happy to be a part of her joy. It loved the feeling of her small hands gripping its ropes, the sound of her singing as she flew through the air, the way she confided her secrets to it, as if it were her best friend. The girl spent countless hours on the swing set, and the swing set became a part of her world. It saw her blossom into a young lady, saw her dreams take flight, saw her heart break and mend. It was there for all of it, silent and steady, a constant presence in a changing world. One day, the girl stopped coming to the yard. The swing set missed her laughter, her touch, her stories. It watched as the seasons changed and the leaves fell, and it wondered where she had gone. Had she found somewhere else to play? Had she outgrown the swing set? Had she forgotten about their special place? The swing set didn't know. All it knew was that it missed her. Then, one day, the girl returned. The swing set's chains sang with delight as it watched her approach. But as it looked closer, it saw that she was different. She was taller, her face was thinner, her shoulders were slumped. She didn't have the same sparkle in her eyes or the same bounce in her step. What had happened to her? The swing set wanted to ask, but it knew that she would tell it when she was ready. So the swing set waited patiently as the girl climbed aboard and began to swing. At first, she was hesitant, unsure, as if she were testing the swing set to see if it was still there. But then she began to relax, to lean into the rhythm of the swing, to let the wind tousle her hair. And as she did, the swing set felt a sense of relief, a sense of homecoming, a sense of gratitude that she had come back. For a while, the girl and the swing set were lost in their own world. The girl closed her eyes and swayed gently, and the swing set creaked and groaned contentedly. It was just as it had been all those years ago, a simple, peaceful moment shared between a girl and her swing set. Then suddenly, the girl stopped moving. She sat motionless on the swing set, and the swing set felt a pang of worry. What was wrong? Had she fallen? Did she need help? The swing set wanted to ask, but it couldn't. All it could do was wait. And wait it did, patiently and silently, until the girl finally stirred. When she moved, the swing set felt a surge of hope. Maybe she was okay. Maybe this was just a momentary pause in their day. But then she spoke, and her voice was shaky and strained. "Why am I still here?" she whispered. "Why don't I move away from this place? Away from all these memories?" The swing set listened, its chains heavy with understanding. It knew that the girl was hurting, that she was searching for answers, that she was trying to make sense of the world. It wanted to tell her that it was okay to feel sad, that it was okay to miss the past, that it was okay to grieve what had been lost. But all it could do was sway gently and creak softly. Still, the girl seemed to find comfort in the swing set's presence. She leaned against its chains and cried, and the swing set rocked her gently as if to say, "It's all right, let it out." After a while, the girl calmed down and wiped her eyes. She took a deep breath and looked up at the sky. "I used to love coming here," she said softly. "I used to feel like I could fly." The swing set's chains hummed in agreement. It remembered those days well. It remembered the pure joy, the uninhibited laughter, the carefree spirit. But the girl was right. They couldn't stay in the past. They had to keep moving forward, even if it was hard, even if it was scary, even if it was painful. So the girl stood up and walked away from the swing set. And the swing set watched her go, hoping that she would find her way back, hoping that she would find her joy again, hoping that she would remember that she could fly. Many days turned into weeks into months and months into years. The swing set didn't see the girl again, but it kept waiting. It waited for the sound of her laughter, the sight of her dancing, the feel of her touch. It waited patiently and faithfully, knowing that their bond was stronger than time, stronger than distance, stronger than anything. Then one day, the sound of laughter echoed through the yard. The swing set's chains vibrated with excitement. Was it her? Had she come back? As the laughter grew louder, the swing set creaked and groaned, its wood straining to hear, its ropes yearning to hold, and then it saw her. The girl was back, and she was bringing someone with her. A little boy ran ahead, his cheeks flushed, his eyes shining, his hair tousled. He looked back at the girl and shouted, "Wait for me, Mommy." And the girl smiled, a real smile, a smile that reached her eyes, a smile that lit up her face. "Can I go on the swing, Mommy?" The boy asked, his gaze fixed on the swing set. "Please, please, please." The girl's smile widened. "Of course you can, sweetheart," she said, her voice filled with warmth and love. "Why don't you go ahead and I'll push you?" The boy nodded eagerly and ran to the swing. He climbed aboard with the ease and grace of someone who had done it 1,000 times before. The girl stood up and faced the swing, ready to push her son into the sky. "Hold on tight, sweetheart," she said, her eyes sparkling with mischief. "Are you ready?" The boy nodded, his eyes shining with excitement. And then they were off, soaring through the air, laughing, shrieking, twirling. The swing set creaked and groaned, its chains vibrating with delight. It felt the familiar thrill of movement, the comforting rhythm of play, the sheer joy of being a part of something bigger than itself. It was a moment of pure bliss, a moment of perfect harmony, a moment that brought the past and the present together. The girl and her son swung back and forth for hours, and the swing set reveled in their happiness. It watched as the boy grew, as he learned, as he explored, as he dreamed. It saw the same wonder in his eyes that it had seen in hers all those years ago. It felt the same connection with him that it had felt with her. It was a bond forged in laughter, in love, in life. And then, as the sun began to set, the girl and her son climbed down from the swing. The boy was tired, his face flushed, his eyes droopy. "Thank you for today, Mommy," he said, his voice hoarse with exhaustion. "I had so much fun." The girl hugged him tightly. "I'm glad you did, sweetheart," she whispered. "Me too." She looked up at the swing set and smiled. "Thank you," she said softly, "for everything." And as the girl and her son walked away, the swing set stood tall and proud. It had seen another generation come and go. It had witnessed another cycle of life unfold. It had shared in another story of love and joy and family. And it wouldn't trade its existence for anything. Because to the swing set, being a swing set wasn't just a job. It was a calling, it was a purpose, it was a privilege.